Nestled in the hills of Virginia, where touching the Hokie Stone means remembering the legends who formed the foundation of a power. Names like Vic and Beamer, and a lunch pail mentality that applies to the Virginia Tech Hokies. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on another team from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cavaliers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Hokies offense takes the field. This is a quintessential blue-collar versus white-collar perception as they square off for the Commonwealth Cup.
These two teams just don't like each other. When Virginia Tech and Virginia take the field, man, there is a lot of hitting going on.
Yeah, it's always cool because it's later in the year, it's cold outside, and just the hitting, the physicality, the disdain for each other's so much fun to watch late in the season.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. This rivalry dates back to 1895, the first time Virginia and Virginia Tech faced. I don't even think Virginia Tech was called the Hokies then.
And the names might have changed, and this rivalry's been consistent. The hatred is consistent. The disdain for each other is so much fun to watch late in the season.
There's just so much intensity in this game because it's normally played late in the year, and the offseason is based off of who wins this game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Off the play fake. He's got it. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And
fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. The give out of the gun. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment. This one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Hey, give the defense a lot of credit on that one. 3rd and about 5. Offense going RPO, so they're really putting you in a bind, but everybody doing a nice job reading their keys, and they're able to stop the back short of the first down marker. Big decision coming up here for the offense.
The Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Big fullback's got it. Second down coming up. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And now on second down for this offense. They go to the ground. He breaks a tackle.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He's going to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds.
Well, they throw it to the fullback. Of course, he's not the most fleet of foot. You could tell on that last play. Just wasn't able to shake anybody. And as a result, loss of yards.
On second down, just keeps firing. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. And the Cavaliers have taken it inside the 20. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling it.
Oh, it's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Cavaliers will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in...
And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. Touchdown! Touchdown, Virginia! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the ball.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He'll pull it down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They'll throw it on first down. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The Cavaliers pulled out a tight one the last time these two met.
And the Cavaliers have struggled to get wins in this series sometimes. It's been frustrating for them. Sometimes they felt like they had the better team, but a year ago, Palmer, they took care of business.
And Virginia just had more left in the tank, right? These two teams always play late in the year. Everybody's beat up, banged up coming into this one. They made the plays necessary to win that game.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Defense going all in to stop the run. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Ready to try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Motion from the offense. On the move. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He'll take it himself. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a 1st down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
Here comes the option. Now the toss. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's going to take off. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have 2 longtime foes separated by 150 miles duking it out for the Commonwealth Cup, you know emotions tend to run high. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
And the Hokies will boot it away to start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge.
He lobs one high down the left side. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Virginia! The Wahoo-Wahs are really going now as the Cavs start to pull away from the Hokies.
I mean, break out the wine and cheese. Let the celebrating begin. Virginia taking care of business, doing what they need to do in this rivalry game.
Well, they've been the class act today on the field, there's no doubt. It's Virginia that's just executing better on the field.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. Jesse, probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Looking to throw on second down. Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The Hokies headed quickly to the line. They'll try to run for it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And the Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Coming after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And the punishment has been extended. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points and start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. From the gun on 3rd down. Got him downfield. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Hokies are in the red zone. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Dumps it to the back. Complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
He's tackled at the 27. 2nd down coming up.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll try the run. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Wiggles free. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Line gets set. 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Virginia! And the route is on. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.